Hi guys, Ryan here. Today I want to show you how I got on with the 30mm tires on my cross bike, and I have to say I'm quite pleasantly surprised by the result. So yeah, these are my Zip 303 Fire Class tubeless clinchers, disc brake specific. So this is the new super wide design from Zip, 30mm wide, as near as makes no difference. And I've used this previously for cyclocross racing, but in the summer I want to use this bike for just riding to town, meeting up with friends, or some mixed terrain riding. So I really wanted to give it a tire that's going to enable that. I do have a drivetrain cross tire, but that is quite squishy on tarmac and on harder surfaces, so wasn't really ideal. And most gravel tires are too wide and they spoil the aerodynamics of the rim. So I decided to go somewhere in the middle. And then I saw this Schwalbe G1 Speed tire. It's called like this now. Previously it was called Schwalbe S1. And I figured it out. I figured out that the Rafa Canyon team in women's pro cycling uses it on cobbled classics, cobbled races, so it has to be really quick. But then again, with the width of 30mm tire, it should allow for some off-road riding. So I went out for a 1 hour ride after my time trial to try it out, and on tarmac it feels pretty much like any other road tire. You would ride, no noise or sort of knobbly flexing noise that you hear with off-road tires, so that's excellent. Feels pretty fast as well, and it matches up ideally with the super wide shape of this rim, so I think we're still quite aero right here. So all well until that point. And then I went off the road, tried some dirt road first, and I was really careful with it because I didn't expect it to have much grip. But as I moved on, it turns out that it has a hell of a lot of grip on pretty much all hard surfaces. So I tried some dirt road, concrete, gravel roads, grassy roads, and anything in between. And as long as it's dry, of course it's no mud tire, but it has, I think for a tire of this width, it has phenomenal traction and also very good comfort paired with the double ISO speed of the track boom frame. It's super comfortable by itself, and yeah, 30mm tire gives quite a lot of squish even off-road, and I rode it at 60 psi, which is quite hard, but it was okay in the tarmac and surprisingly good off-road as well. In the end, I didn't really have to be any more careful with it than other gravel tires that I've tried before. For example, a 35mm WTB that I had on my cross bike, which was the KTM, the older one. And yeah, I'm super satisfied with it because it exactly fits the kind of use that I want out of it. Super fast on tarmac, also very aero with this rim. No big knobbies to deform or make noise or be squishy on tarmac, and very good grip on dry hard pack surfaces, and even on loose of a hard pack it is very predictable. So honestly, I didn't expect that. So if you're looking for something like this, I can thoroughly recommend this tire. I rode it pretty hard as well, and there are no cuts so far. Of course, it's too early to say about the overall durability, but I'll keep you informed about that. With this tire, however, I was finding the limit of the cross gearing, but hopefully I will soon get an XD driver for this wheel together with the 3T 9-32 cassette, so that way I don't have to change my ring, but I will still have in the 9-tooth cog I'll still have a large gear, almost equivalent to 5011, and a nice climbing gear as well. Another addition that I've just added to this bike. Previously I've had trouble with loose bottles, but I've installed this Zip BTA bottle cage. It's originally designed to go on triathlon bars between your arms, hence the name, but it grips the bottle super aggressively, so it's optimal for this kind of use, I think. So I'm also quite happy with that, and the rest of it is basically my standard cross racing setup. Maybe I will also drop the stem all the way down just to have that a little bit of more aggressive position, because it's kind of funny to say this, but on the Madone, which has a super aggressive position, I rarely have a backache, even on longer rides, 3 to 4 hours. But on this one, after 1 hour, it wasn't too great. So yeah, maybe I'm just so used to that position now that I need to make this one as similar as possible for these longer rides. Of course, in cross it's not really an issue because you are changing your position in the corners all over. But yeah, and finally I've also changed the single blender mount to the double one, so I can fit this little light, which is super strong, and this way I have it nicely in the middle, quite neatly installed, plus the Garmin on top, and another flare rear light, which is currently on the Madone, to the back. So yeah, this will be my mixed terrain bike for the season. I also was looking after some gravel events or something like that. Unfortunately, in this part of the world it hasn't really caught on yet, but if there is one, or if you know about anything in Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, maybe something nearby, then let me know in the comments down below. If you want to know more about my other builds, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.